Hi, everyone. Welcome to this new edition of the India Insurtech podcast. Today, we have with us Aftab, who is the Associate Director at Elephant.in. Welcome to the podcast, Aftab. I'll just start with a bit of an introduction about Elephant from my side, and then we'll get on to the questions that we have for you. So, Elephant.in is an insurtech platform that provides consulting, advisory, and is a one-stop destination for all insurance requirements for employees and businesses. Also, they're backed by Alliance Insurance Brokers, which is a leading insurance broking company in India. Uh, Great to have you on the podcast, Aftab.
Thank you so much for inviting me. It's my pleasure, Prashant.
Perfect. So we'd love to start by getting to know you a little bit, and also if you can tell us more about Elephant.in's business model.
Sure, Prashant. I've been in the broking space for a little over 18 odd years now. Finished my MBA in insurance, moved abroad in Dubai, worked 2 years there, came back to India, and I think since then I've been with Alliance. So it's predominantly about 17 odd years with Alliance. I've done multiple businesses for them across these last decade and a half. My current responsibility at Alliance is about the InsurTech platform where Elephant.in steps in. Being a typical B2B broker, which Alliance is today, back then we used to get a lot of requests from the CXOs, the CFOs, the promoters, the directors, predominantly for their personal insurance requirements. Could be as simple as a car insurance or a health insurance or a life insurance, so on and so forth. And we didn't really have a retail business model back then. I'm talking about 2016, 2017. But we were good at what we used to do, which is insurance. And Alliance only does insurance. We don't have any other ancillary businesses, which is like stock markets, equity, derivatives, nothing of that sort. We eat, live, breathe insurance. So then we used to, go back to the insurance companies and tell them, hey, listen, here's a gentleman. He's the promoter of a company. We do some corporate business with you guys. Can you give me something exclusive for his car insurance? Or for that matter, any other personal retail insurance policies. And the insurance companies look at the profile, say, yes, he's a corporate employee, the profile looks good, we'll throw in some additional discounts, throw in some additional covers, so on and so forth. And we used to give that something special to that individual in that very organization. And very subconsciously, a retail book started building at our end. And that's when we realized that, listen, why are we doing something selected, which is good, for only a few of the top executives in the every organization where we transact the B2B business. And I think with that thought process, I think we thought, let's do something for all corporate employees on a pan-India basis. Of course, I think tech comes in there. And that's where Elephant.in was born, to provide the muscle of the corporate to the individual employees for their personal insurances.
Got it. Is this a predominantly a retail business, or do you also, because I read that you position yourself to be a one-stop destination for corporate, insurance policies as well. So we'd love to know a little bit about how you're positioning exactly. Is it just retail or even corporate?
Yeah, so it started off from there. And then since we had all the APIs with different insurance companies and multiple products, we then added two more lines of businesses to the InsurTech platform. The second being B2B business, where we transact, say, group health, directors and officers policies, typically for companies which are, say, about 100 to 500 employees, the small, medium, micro enterprises. We try and do that business online, including a lot of health and wellness for corporate employees as well, which is your OPD, outpatient, which is really picking up in today's time, especially after COVID, where your doctor consultations and clinics have become of great importance. So that's the second line of business that we focus on when it comes to corporates on an InsurTech platform. And the third being affinity is something very special where we partner with clients in different sectors. So could be, say, BFSI sector, could be mobility, could be travel, tourism, and we provide sachet insurance products which are kind of married to the primary product, which kind of benefits all stakeholders involved. So these are predominantly three lines of businesses which Elephant today does: retail, corporate, and affinity.
Got it. I also would love to touch upon where you see the growing need for corporate insurance and employee well-being in India. I know you ventured out doing this on technology. I'd love to know where you see in Elephant.in sees the growing need for these things nowadays in India.
How do I put it? But let me tell you, today, every corporate is wanting to do something special for their employees when it comes to health and wellness at minimum cost. Because cost is playing a very important role today in the entire ecosystem, but they want to give more and more freebies, they want to give more and more flexi benefits, but keeping the cost minimum. And I think that's where Elephant.in comes in as a perfect value added solution because from a retail point of view, where we are providing, say, exclusive offers to corporate employees for their personal insurances, this entire proposition to corporate is free of cost. So we don't charge anything from the corporate for the employees to use the platform. No AMCs, no SaaS fees, nothing. Second,
Got it.
this entire program is voluntary. So again, we don't ask for any minimum commitment in terms of numbers from corporate saying only if say 10%, 20%, 30% of employees participate or enroll, then these prizes are valid. So I think this is where I think a lot of HRs take great pride today in terms of they're able to provide something to their employees free of cost as a value added service on the retail line. And of course, as I mentioned, on your OPD is something where we have wallets, which regards to doctor consultation starting as low as 1 rupee per day. Now, today, which HR would say, listen, I don't have 1 rupee budget for my employee.
Yeah.
So that's where
Makes
we come from when it comes from corporate employee benefits and health and wellness.
All right. And so from what I understand, there's a flexi benefits platform that you see a lot of enterprises getting. Are you getting those kinds of flexi benefits for smaller companies? Is that how you're thinking about it?
Absolutely. So even on Elephant.in, we have something called Elephant Benefits 360. This is an exclusive platform for all corporate employees who are insured under, say, a group policy for them to come and explore other benefits. Could be their personal insurances, could be your health and wellnesses, could be simple annual health checkups, and of course, could be flexi benefits in terms of how the program was structured. So employees can today then pick, say, listen, in my health insurance policies, well, I don't want a 50,000 rupees maternity limit for normal. I wanted 75,000. I want to
Right.
cover my parents. I want certain, it's not like a standard tailored product, one size fits all. The only differentiating which is like 2 lakhs, 3 lakhs, 5 lakhs, 7 lakhs, those graded sum insureds. That's where
Right.
flexi benefit plays a very important role for us, even on our platform.
Got it. Got it. And what's the scale you're at from a number of companies perspective? How many companies have you already onboarded at Elephant?
We close to a 780 number, wanting to touch close to 1,000 before 31st March. It's no brainer if you ask me, Prashant, right?
Right.
It's a platform, no cost, voluntary product, exclusive price points from an employee, corporate employee, personal insurance point of view. So I think we're growing very fast from that point of view.
Got it. And from a differentiation point of view, we see a lot of new age startups doing similar things. And obviously the traditional companies that have been functioning in the market for a while, they've been doing similar things as well. How's the differentiation? How are you creating a differentiation with these kinds of companies?
So I'll tell you the differentiating comes in from a retail point of view. Let's stick to that line of business for now. Today, when you say an individual wants to buy a car insurance, right? That individual could be a CFO firm. He could go to a insurance company's agent. He could go to the insurance company's website directly. He could go to any other online platforms, or he could go to a web aggregators. What he will find the same price points across all these distribution channels.
Right.
What
Okay.
we've done at Elephant. And as I mentioned, we've given the muscle of the corporate into the hands of the individual employees. So if that individual employee comes on the platform, that company is a preferred partner organization at Elephant. He puts his work email ID. It would unlock an exclusive price. Otherwise, we would trigger an OTP to the employee's work email ID from an authentication point of view, and it would then unlock an exclusive price. And these price points are not available in the open market. Now, that's the kind of benefit we give, say, for example, on a car insurance. On health insurances, I would say till 75, we don't ask for medical test. And your covers could go as high as a 40, 50 lakhs. Your PEDs are only for like 1 year. So every product we've carved out certain special, unique features, could be in terms of price points, could be in terms of benefits, could be in terms of features. And of course, when it comes to your claim settlement, which is extremely important, we play an extremely important role there as well because we are insurance brokers at the end of the day, right?
Right.
And our entire claims experience of about, say, 20 plus years comes from corporate claims. So we understand the DNA of how claims are to be settled. And that's where, again, there is a big gap when it comes to claims on individuals today in the insurance market in India. So our team has a dedicated approach to providing the right assistance from a claim settlement journey as well.
Got it. Okay. And these customized employee benefits policies, are they only employee benefits or you do other corporate insurance policies as well?
As an organization, we do everything that comes under insurance and reinsurance. So from an alliance point of view, we have teams that focuses on corporate solution, reinsurance, specialty. Your corporate solution again focuses on some manufacturing, construction, infra, power, energy is a sector specific team. Your specialty is again, there are teams who does say business only on sports and events, sectors on media and entertainment. sectors on specie, which is gems, jewelry, diamonds, sectors like bank and FIG. And a lot of these lines of businesses that we transact today, from an alliance point of view, we are market leaders not only in India, but in Asia for that matter.
Got it. Okay. And why would you think the customized corporate insurance is the way forward in this category for the next, whatever, 3, 5 years, 10 years?
Uh, I think a lot of times individuals are lost in this ecosystem. People are wanting to do so much and wanting to give so many options to an individual who's wanting to buy his insurance. Given the fact that insurance penetration in the country is extremely low, and there's this IIA saying insurance for all by 2047, but that individual, when he's presented with so many options, he's lost. He
Yeah.
A does not understand insurance. B, you're telling him, oh, here's 10 options for you to pick and choose. And he says, oh shit, what do I do? Uh,
Right. Yeah.
and what drives an Indian consumer today is the price. So he
Correct.
then looks at insurance from a price point of view, which we believe is absolutely wrong. You don't go to the cheapest doctor, right? Nor do you pick the cheapest lawyer. Insurance is to be looked from a risk management point of view, so that you don't pick the cheapest, you pick the optimum with the right cover at the optimum price. So what we also have in Elephant Dot, we have an artificial intelligence which is called Lakshmi. Lakshmi not only recommends the cheapest price, but the right price, the right fitment for that individual. So while the platform will provide, say, quotes or comparisons from, say, 5 to 7 to 10 different insurance companies, but the platform will recommend what that individual need to buy, and that recommendation is different for each and every individual because the requirements are different. Now, that's is something, another USP which corporate employees would really love on a platform, that we're just not throwing out a menu card with price points, right? A, we are
Yeah.
doing that. B, the products are curated and specialized, and C, we are even recommending.
Got it. Oh, got it. And for the startups and the corporates that are seeing you on this podcast, what would be your recommendation for them to go ahead with something like this? Why should they go for something like this?
Uh, I think today, as I said, every corporate employee needs something. Every HR wants to do more in terms of benefits. Elephant.in is a perfect synergy fitting this particular gap. It's a free platform. There's no cost associated. There is no liability for the corporate because the individual is coming on the platform on their own. They are picking what they are wanting to buy. So there is no involvement of HR here. There is no liability associated with the company. The only thing is the employee is gaining, right? He's getting the best product, a tailor-made product at a price point which is not available in the open market. And he's getting to deal with Alliance, which is a giant broker today. And from a claim settlement point of view, we are right there to help that individual employee across all his retail lines. So it's a no-brainer. I don't see any reason why today a corporate would say, listen, no, I don't want to roll out a free benefit to my employees.
Right. Yeah, that makes sense. And I'd also like to know, from a roadmap perspective, where do you see this heading? Where do you see the market heading, number one? And number two, where do you see Elephant heading in the next half a decade or a decade?
I think every distribution channel or every stakeholder in the Indian insurance ecosystem is today aware that the regulator is supporting each and every partner to ensure the vision for insurance for all is a reality. So new products are coming up. It is becoming a more friendly environment. More flexibility is being given. So A, the regulator is friendly. B, the insurers are doing more. They're coming up with newer products, newer initiative. And given that the penetration in India is extremely low, people are wanting to buy insurances, especially things like COVID that happened about 3, 4 years back. People are now more aware. It is becoming kind of a necessity. So that's
Yeah.
where the market is heading. We have seen growth 15 to 70% in the insurance industry, which is unheard of today, given global growths are happening at 3, 4, 5%, or even sometimes low. So there is great potential for the insurance business today in a country. And given that roadmap and given that factor, I think Elephant fits the bill perfectly from a not only from a retail insurance point of view, which caters to a corporate employees' personal needs and health and well-being, but even from an affinity and partnership point of view, where we're providing these embedded insurance solutions, but ultimately helping that individual, right? Whoever is buying, whether he's taking a loan from a bank or whether they're buying, say, a travel ticket from a portal, he's being protected. So insurance is going to get more and more personalized, and that's what
Right.
Elephant is trying to do both on the retail and on the affinity.
Got it. I think this is fantastic, Aftab. I think you guys are doing a fabulous job. This is the solutioning that you're providing. Makes absolute sense to me. I'm sure it'll make a lot of sense to our members viewing this podcast as well. But thank you so much for your time. This has been amazing. Great to chat with you, and we look forward to seeing more and more success from your side at Elephant.
Likewise, Prashant, I would like to thank you and thank IIA for this opportunity. And I wish you guys all the best. And we're here to stay, and we'll do what's best in the interest of our customers at the end of the day. So thank you so much for this opportunity.
Fabulous. Thanks. Thanks again, Aftab.
Thank you.